Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. So in today's video, we are about to unbox the iPhone 13 Pro Max Sierra Blue. So this is a beauty. I already can tell just out of the bed. The box feels very good. It's quite different than the previous models though, because now we don't have that plastic. I guess Apple, due to environmental reasons, they has chosen just to remove that plastic, but they didn't realize that they just killed that whole ACMR unboxing experience that's up on YouTube. So that might be a challenging moment for those channels. So I hope they come up with something creative just to give you guys an ACMR experience with their unboxing videos. But this video is quite different because we will talk about this iPhone. I'll unbox it in front of you and I'll just give you the whole thing about it. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So like I said, we don't have plastic. It's just this strip that we need to peel. So let's go ahead and do that. That's the first one. And this one is the second one. And if I just let it drop, and there you have it. Wow, this color, the Sierra Blue, is just amazing. This is, yeah, I'm just baffled here. Yeah, I can tell I own the iPhone 12 Pro Max for almost a year, and this one feels almost the same, even though they changed something about it. More of that later on this video, but it feels like this one is a bit thicker, which is the case because they stuffed it with a more powerful battery. So I guess that battery needs to be a bit thicker than the previous models, and therefore they had to make the chassis a bit thicker. Like I said, it's the base model, so I have the iPhone Pro Max 128GB. And why I'm mentioning that, I'll just say it right now. Because of the fact that this iPhone doesn't shoot in 4K ProRes. What that means is that you can shoot with the other models, the 256 and the 512 and even the 1TB, you can shoot in ProRes, which means that you get a Lucy format, and in post you can get the quality up to 8K. Do you need that? Obviously not. In case you're a filmmaker, you do need that, but in my case, I'm just filming YouTube videos, and with 4K, I bet you guys are satisfied. So yeah, what's more, it looks like the sides are has also this bluish color. They still collect so many smudges. I hope that that Apple will give us the matte finish sides, but they didn't. They kept those matte finish sides just for the iPhone 13, not the Pro models. But hey, that shouldn't be a big deal since I will put a case on it. Yeah, what we have here is the mute button, the volume up and the volume down button, and the power off and on button. And what's funny though is that they put all those symbols on this piece of paper. They just show you right out of the bed. Well, this is the power button, this is the volume up and volume down. And to mute your iPhone, you just have to toggle this button in here. And we have the charger, which is still Lightning. You might be wondering, why do they not switch to USB-C? Well, Apple is stubborn. They must have their reasons for that. USB-C is more powerful. We all know that. And I think they are now forced to switch to USB-C. So maybe the iPhone 14 will be portless, since the European government just forced Apple to switch to USB-C. Because of environmental reasons and because it's easy. Everything is now USB-C. And research has shown that charging your phone with USB-C is the most efficient way to do so. But maybe, I guess, Apple will just go with a portless iPhone and iPhone 14 and give us that MagSafe charger with the iPhone. I hope so. So what's more inside the box? Like always, the lightning cable and some paperwork. I bet those Apple stickers will just be in regular color. It's not like with the iMac that you get a blue Apple sticker, but that doesn't matter. And I just wonder, why do they give us this format? I know with the Google Pixel, you get this ejector tool, and with the iPhone, you get this ejector tool. I like this one more than this one. Maybe Apple should just switch to a more smaller one, because then you can attach it to your keys and you can forget about it just in case you do need to switch a SIM card. You can just grab your keys and switch your SIM card that way. This one is a bit clunky. It stays there. If you put your keys in your pocket, you feel it just piercing your flesh, and that's not a good feeling. So Apple, just switch to a more smaller toggler, or maybe give us a button that we can just use right out of the iPhone. I mean, these ejector tools are just way outdated. But hey, let's go ahead and see what this iPhone looks like. Let's pull this thing in here, and the first thing that's noticeable is that notch, even though that might not be visible for you guys because the screen is off, obviously. But let me just put that screen on, and there we have it, the Apple logo. And let's go ahead and watch and see how big that camera is. Those lenses are big. It's noticeable. Like I said, I had the iPhone 12 Pro Max for almost a year, so I know how those lenses looks like. I'm even filming with the iPhone 12 Pro Max right now, and it looks like, or I know for sure, that this bump is a bit bigger than the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But that should give us a better video quality. Okay, so if I turn the iPhone, we see this animation, which this cool animation that we didn't saw before. Yeah, that gave us the feeling that we have a new iPhone, which is something cool. Let's swipe up, choose the English language. No, I'm not in China. I'm in the Netherlands. So let's go ahead. Quick start. So I'm filming with the iPhone right now. I can't do quick start. So let me set up this thing manually. Preferred language English, keyboard English, Netherlands. So now I'm waiting until the iPhone is all set up. And what's quite funny though is if I lock the screen and I unlock it, we get to see that animated text, which is a cool detail if you would ask me. Let me just unlock that iPhone. Okay, I need to enter my Mac password for some reason. Okay, that's strange. So Apple just thought to bring that security level up a notch. Okay, so let me just do that right away. Okay, so after setting up dozens of passwords, setting up an alphanumeric code, setting up my Face ID, I finally can choose a backup. So I'll just go ahead and choose this one. And now we need to wait even more. iCloud keychain, which is a must. I need to add that up because without it, I just can't log in. I have just dozens of passwords all over the internet or all over my iPhone. And without that feature, I'll be lost. I think Apple, with that ecosystem, they just nailed it. That's what keep customers using iPhones and all of that. So do I need to share my iPhone analytics with Apple? Apple, no, don't share that. And now we need to wait even more. So let me speed this video for you up. And there we have it, the moment of truth. The iPhone is all set up. Obviously, there are some apps that need to load up and that take time. So we are not looking at that. We keep our focus with this iPhone. Obviously, or actually, this iPhone is not much different from the previous one. We have the smaller notch. What does bugs me is that we don't see that percentage that we get to see once we slide or once we open the control center. Even though that notch is quite smaller than the previous one, even then we get not to see the percentage of the battery. I think Apple should have made more effort in that just to put it right there, because I find myself just looking to my battery and not knowing at what level the battery is. But yeah, we have the widget, we can already tell from the widget, but sometimes you just want to check right from the home screen what your battery percentage is. But that's not the end of the world. What is different though is not only that display it's unbelievable how bright that display is, but also how smooth that interaction is. And that's because the new refresh rate, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has 120 hertz refresh rate. This goes also for the iPhone 13 and the normal and for the normal sized Pro. What I want to demonstrate for you guys is that cinematic feature that we get to see with the camera. So right away, we can just choose our style, our photographic style, and we can use the standard, rich contrast, vibrant, warm, cool. I think I'll go for the standard, and in post I'll just edit those photos. Just use the standard. And the best, or I think the future, the most famous future that's talked about all over the internet is this one, the cinematic video. Basically what cinematic means is that we can add shallow depth of field and focus in a clip. So let's say if an object is far away from another object, we can add that transition between both objects. So let's go ahead and hit continue just to see how that works. And I was thinking about how can I just showcase that for you. So I have two cans. So what we have here, a Coca-Cola can and a Minute Maid. And as you see, this one is this one is blurry. Oh, this is cool. Wow. This is so cool. If I just move with my camera, or if I just click on the camera, it seems like there's this transition from blurry to sharp. As you see, this is good. I bet there will be some gorgeous videos on the internet just using the cinematic mode. So I see myself filming using this feature, but I'll need to be outside to give you guys a more in-depth video about that. I'm now inside, so I can't do that. I just found these two cans and I thought to use them as a subject of this video. So yeah, there you have it, the cinematic move, which is quite interesting. It's very cool. Let me just show you. If I just show the logos. So Minute Maid is quite blurry here, and Coca-Cola is just sharp. And if we transition between Coca-Cola and Minute Maid, we see that the Minute Maid is sharp and Coca-Cola is quite blurry. What if I bring this one closer even? If I bring this one closer, that blurriness get more. Yeah, we see that the Coca-Cola is all blurry, but if I switch up, there we have it. And let's go back to Minute Maid, go back to Coca-Cola. Yeah, so that's cinematic view. There's also this feature called ProRes I talked about at the beginning of this video, which means that you get some loosey format at the beginning, but in post you can bring the video quality up to 8K. The base model doesn't have that feature. So think about that. If you are a filmmaker and you are about to buy the new iPhone, just for that feature, you need to have at least 256 gigabyte. Why is that the case? Well, because those files are just way too big for this storage, for the 128 gigabyte. In just a couple of videos, your iPhone storage will be full and you can't use your iPhone anymore. So Apple has chosen to not bring that feature to this iPhone. So even the Max doesn't have the iPhone if you buy the 128 gigabyte. And that's actually it. I think this video was just unboxing, just to show you guys how this iPhone looks like. it's a beauty. What more could I say about it? It looks really fantastic. Look, that color, the Sierra blue color, is just, it's just gorgeous. Yeah. So that's actually it for this video, guys. If you have any questions about the iPhone, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer all your questions. If you've watched till the end, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.